Welcome to the latest episode of Click Brand Snap. I'm Amanda Rowe with Amanda Rowe Marketing.
Hi, I'm Joni Hough with Mint Hill Photography.
Today, we're diving into a crucial topic, Joni. Every business owner needs to know customer feedback.
Absolutely.
So, today, guys, this is not a typical episode. We're not going to be interviewing anybody. It's not going to be an interview of me and Joni. I'm actually going to coach Joni in the customer feedback arena with marketing strategies, tying it all together, and what does a typical month look like implementing that? We're talking about the immense value that customer reviews and testimonials bring to an effective business strategy. We'll explore how feedback shapes decision making. Joni, and getting ready for this, the statistics that I found on that is astonishing.
I love some statistics.
Oh, we're getting into
Not the
this.
class, mind you.
Yeah, no, not yeah,
I,
I'm
I
with
did
you.
take that twice, but
Yeah,
not because I felt just in two different, like
yeah.
undergrad and masters.
Yes, I loved math, but statistics, oh, no, no. Drink water, we're digressing. It was awful. The statistics part just
But I did have the best statistics professor for my undergrad.
see, that's where I wish I'd had a really good statistics professor. I guess that's where across the board we all agreed, no, no. Yeah. Professor makes it.
Yes.
So we're also looking at ways to leverage the valuable feedback to enhance your offerings, your products, and how to effectively tie it up with a bow.
I love a bow.
I know we all love a bow. We all want to make it look really happy and cohesive. And it's not just a filler in a calendar, it actually ties in and makes sense. And I'd like to, if without any further ado, let's jump in.
Let's jump.
All right. So this is a working episode for me. I've got my laptop presentation that Joni also gets after the uh, podcast. For my clients on the consulting side, you do get the PDF of it because we all know we're not going to remember after today, 30 minutes later. So she will actually get to go home with this so she has something to reference.
I actually read a quote yesterday. What I see, actually, I'm going to mess this up, but the gist of it is what I see, I forget.
Mhm.
What or no, what I hear, I forget. What I read,
Mhm.
I remember. What I do, I understand.
Yes. And they've said when you take a test, if you've studied with music in the background, take the test the same way because it's helped you remember. You're like, oh, that's right. I was listening to that as I studied. Yeah. So, all right. Let's talk about the value of customer feedback. It's crucial for evaluating how well a company is performing. It's your way of knowing what you're doing works. Is this campaign working? Are these posts working? Is it ultimately the service that I've provided? Is it resonating with my clients? Five-star reviews and testimonials also help us measure our customer service and gauge how our marketing strategies resonate. If our customer service is not resonating with our clients, they're going to let us know.
And we would a whole lot rather them let us know with feedback
Yes,
than with their dollars by just
exactly.
not coming to you.
Exactly. And if you're being told in the feedback, you know how to gauge it, you know how to tweak it. Social media is different. If something falls flat, you don't know why. If your posts aren't resonating, you don't know why. You don't know if it's a caption. You don't know if it's the imagery. You don't know if it's what they need at that moment, but your service and your products helping them solve a problem, their feedback's going to let you know you were great.
And, I'm thinking with your social media, you also don't know if just the algorithm didn't
Yeah,
put your stuff out there.
exactly. Did I have too many hashtags? We discuss all of this at a later date too. Did I have too many hashtags? Did I not have something right? Was my graphic too big, too small? There's a lot that goes into the overall marketing strategy.
Mhm.
A lot more than a lot of people realize. There's a lot of do's, don'ts, science, everything.
It is. It really should be a whole new topic, like to get a degree in. And
Yeah.
maybe it is. I don't know. Is it? Y'all let us know.
Exactly. If what you knew once, I mean, it's changing. I mean, the social media information that I just learned, it's changed so much since I first started that it can be overwhelming. But customer feedback is not overwhelming. It's a simple ask, get, use. A consistent brand message. There we go again, brand message. Branding, it's everywhere, you guys. It's in the messaging, it's in your logos, it's in your storytelling. Branding is everywhere. It's your legacy. Use it. It can influence customer experiences and the reviews and the testimonials that they provide because when they recognize and resonate with your brand's identity, they're more likely to leave positive feedback.
Good to know.
That is.
That is good to know.
So this branding is more than just pretty purple pictures. I mean,
But purple pictures?
it's creative. That
Sorry. I had to
purple
get-
is creative and it resonates a lot of creativity, but it's more than using the purples and the pinks and the blues. You're resonating. And you want people to recognize your brand. And when your brand's messaging resonates with them, it's positive all the way around.
It's like the colors matter
Yes.
because, like, think about the big companies, how much money they spend
Mhm.
to convey their message just in the colors.
Yes,
IBM blue, it's
Mm.
trustworthy.
it is.
Think what you will about IBM, but the blue they use in their logo
Yeah.
is for trustworthiness.
And Pepsi's colors are Pepsi's colors. You're not,
You're not going to confuse that.
no, you won't. The shape, the design, the McDonald's M, you can turn it up inside to a W, but it's always going to be the McDonald's M. Um, i- Arby's, you can look at everybody's logo and their brand. You can't mistake it. So the customer feedback has an impact on reviews. Like I said, the consistent brand messaging influences customer experiences.
Because that's what they're expecting.
It
I
is.
bet it's that reticular activating system, the RAS. Are
Okay.
you familiar with this?
No.
So basically, it's the blue car theory,
Okay.
which is that if somebody tells you, look for blue cars, all of a sudden you're going to see blue cars everywhere because you notice what you tell your brain to look for.
Yes.
So, here, where I'm going with this is that if your clients read positive reviews,
Mhm.
they already have it built up that they're going to have a positive experience.
Yes.
So they're looking for things to support that.
Yes.
Is
And
that where that is?
yes. And think about it. Not only the blue car, but you're seeing the same make and model.
Right. If
You
you
see
get a new
more.
car suddenly, you didn't know they were anywhere. And all of a sudden, I've
Yeah.
decided I want a Subaru.
You're seeing them
And
more
I'm
now.
seeing them everywhere.
Yeah.
And now I'm noticing the difference in the Subarus. And I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
there's an Outback, there's a Crosstrek.
Yes.
And it's
You see them more. Yeah.
and it's my RAS
Mhm.
basically saying, oh, let's notice that.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what people do when they want to do business with somebody. They're more apt to look at your videos that you've talked about a certain topic. For you, your glamour portrait, excuse me. You want to promote it. So you're going to you're going to hype it up on videos, the benefits of them, what you're going to get from them, why it's important for a woman to have the glamour portrait. It makes her feel beautiful. She can use it in let's say she wants to amp up her holiday marketing. She owns her business. So she'd rather use the glamour portraits over her normal branding imagery because she wants her holiday to stand out.
She wants it to look more festive.
Exactly. And that's a time for her to have the festive outfits over a normal branding session because the normal branding session, you're dressed for business. You're not dressed for party time, playtime, but your glamour portraits, you've got the sequin dress on, you've got the makeup, you've got the hair, and it fits with your marketing. So a lot of people are going to look at um, tying testimonials in with that product. They're going to say something about the glamour portrait. Oh man, I felt elevated and I felt a certain way. And they're talking about the glamour portrait. And I get into this more lately, but later, but you want to tie your products into your testimonials. And that's another good way of leveraging it for your use. Your clients are going to just, give you a review because they loved what you did, but there's a way to leverage customer feedback so it doesn't just feel like you're patting yourself on your shoulder. People want to look at the videos, they want to look at the reviews, they want to look at the testimonials, they want to see how other people's um
How their experiences were.
thank you. I've blanked on that word. It's early in the morning, y'all. Haven't had enough coffee yet. Um 4 cups of coffee. You would think that's enough and I'd be bouncing off the walls, but really it's not enough.
Just a start.
It is. It's a small start. But people do go to a website and they do look at the videos and they do look at the reviews because they want to know what the experiences somebody else had. And they want to know that it's positive. And if it's positive, then it's worth taking the risk of calling you up to get your business and to do business with you and to have that conversation.
There's a reason Yelp is as popular as it is. And it's not just because people want to give anonymous bad reviews.
Mm-mm.
It
No.
matters.
It does. The Google reviews, the Yelp, the Yahoo.
Yahoo? That's still a thing?
Yeah, I think Yahoo is still a thing.
Well, color me
yeah.
surprised.
I may have to go back on that one, y'all. Don't quote me on that one, but you Google, I know. I mean, people leave Amazon reviews. I mean,
Absolutely. Amazon emails me all the time. Not
Yeah.
that I would order Amazon all the time. I order Amazon all the time.
yep,
But
we have our vices.
We all have our vices.
Yes.
But they're forever emailing me and
Mhm.
being like, tell us what you think. And I'm always like, it's too soon to know.
Yeah. Or Goodreads. When I finish a book, let us know about the book. And I'm bad about, okay, I can tell you use Google reviews in your strategy. Do I leave reviews on books? No. I'll give it a 5-star review.
But you're not going to bother to type anything.
No.
I feel that so deeply in my soul.
I struggle with writing something on a great book, but I will tell you, if I can't put it down, I gave it a 5-star. I very rarely give a book unless it was like a struggle to turn the page, then it's a 3
I'm
or
going to let you know a
4,
little
but
secret on that.
okay.
If you struggle to turn the page,
Yeah.
put the book down. You don't
I
have to
did.
finish it.
It was a Gucci book. I did. It was so business, and I was hoping to get into it because of the brand and everything. It was so business that it was hard to read, and I just had to. Crime and Punishment was another one. I had to put it down.
Well,
Yeah, no.
for me, digression here.
Take
Mine
water.
is Of Mice and Men.
Okay.
Because, okay, one of the most depressing books ever in the history of the world was assigned to us to read over spring break when I was in high school.
Oh,
I'm like, hello, could we not switch that with Gatsby?
yeah.
Gatsby would be a great book to read during spring break.
Yes.
Of Mice and Men? No.
That's like Grapes of Wrath.
Actually, I think it was Grapes of Wrath, not Of Mice and Men. Now that you mention it, I
Yeah.
think it was Grapes of Wrath.
That's
I didn't read it. I'll be honest, Mr. Cooper.
Yeah.
My 11th grade English teacher, I did not read that book.
Yeah.
He probably knows.
This is
Doesn't care anymore.
Remember the challenge we had through them a couple of weeks ago when we said when we digress to drink water.
Drink water. Sorry.
Senior year, I had to read Othello and Phantom of the Opera.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't. So I watched the movies over the summer because it was summer reading, and then we came back and had to take a test. The movies were so different than the books. It didn't end well.
It didn't go well. Okay.
Nope. Okay. We're done digressing. If you want to keep drinking water, keep drinking water. But we're still going to throw that challenge out to you that,
when we digress, you drink water.
Yes, we're very good at keeping them hydrated.
That's right. Hydration is key to a beautiful picture.
Yes.
And a great skin. Go ahead.
And your goal is 96 ounces of water. I'm learning that through a new podcast. I'm learning about metabolic foods and how to heal your whole system all at once instead of part by part. 96 ounces of water.
Actually, my goal is 90.
Okay.
Not more than 90, actually. Because overactive bladder. We don't
Uh,
want an overactive bladder, and if you
no.
have more I used
Yeah.
to drink like 200 ounces of water a day, which is just astronomical.
Oh my gosh,
I
how
know.
did you do that? I struggle to get 96. Well, some days. Yesterday I did fine with the 4 cups of coffee, the
Well,
4.
you're talking overall fluid.
Yeah.
I'm limiting to 90 ounces of water on the top of my coffee.
Okay. Well, I've heard that water and tea is water intake because it's
Anyway,
yeah.
back sorry.
We can digress a lot. All
We
right.
do digress a lot, and you can tell we record
Yes.
these in one take.
Yes, we do. There's no outtakes. You have to pay for those.
We
Just
don't do
no, we
outtake.
don't do that yet. All right. So let's jump into leveraging feedback and why it's important. So you're going to integrate your reviews into your social media strategy. You're going to create a social media posting calendar that includes slots specifically for customer reviews and testimonials. So let's take a week, Joni, for you. Tuesday, you're going to talk about glamour portraits. You're going to pick ABC to talk about glamour portraits. You may, on Wednesday, have a picture of glamour portraits of a woman and a quote, and this is a great holiday. It's a great birthday gift. It's a great holiday gift for a woman. You can, figuring out the strategy for Tuesday, Wednesday, just getting out the importance of glamour shots. Because then on Thursday, you can tie all of that up with a testimonial. Because a woman specifically left a testimonial for the glamour portraits. That is your way of incorporating it into your strategy. It's not coming from you. It's not you telling your clients you need a glamour portrait. This is word of mouth from another source that has talked about it and you're getting it out there. It will live on your website where it should. People will be able to go to your website and see it, but it resonates when they see it in social media because they don't have to go searching for it. They don't have to go looking through your website to find the reviews. They don't have to go searching through all of the Google reviews that you have because we're hoping as a business we have a lot. They're actually going to see it. They're actually going to see it tied into that post. And then as a caption, you can say, this week we're talking about glamour portraits and how they're great gifts for women this time of year for holidays. Let's hear from one of our clients what they thought. And then you can introduce it that way.
I love that, and we'll be integrating that into my social media.
Yay! You can use these testimonials as powerful endorsements, and that's what you want. You want to showcase how your services solve the client's problems. You're solving that she wants to look glamorous in her holiday marketing. This is what she's wanting to do. She's wanting to elevate her holiday marketing. She's wanting her holiday marketing to stand out. So she planned last year for this year and specifically had portraits done so that she knew when she was ready to implement them at the end of October going into November, she had them ready.
Which is why we do our design consultation
Yes.
and talk about where are you going to be in the next 12 to 18 months
Mhm.
so that you are planning this out,
Yes.
so that you are thinking ahead when you do come for your session, whether it's branding or glamour portraits,
Mhm.
so that we get you all the imagery that you need
Yes.
for a year to a year and a half.
And because like we said earlier, branding sessions are good for the business side. What if I don't want to have a typical business look for my holiday? I want to glam it up a little bit. I'm talking about, you know, whatever your business is talking about, this is the time to stand out and be festive. And like we said at the end of October in our show, not the last couple of episodes, not only choosing the right images, but also using social media during the holidays.
Or if you're sending out a holiday card
From your business.
from your
Yeah,
business, you
yeah,
want that glorious, glamorous image,
exactly.
assuming that's your business. We can also do branding images that aren't glamorous,
Mhm.
that are still festive.
Yes. And it's as long as it's tied to your brand and they know brand recognition through anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So let's connect feedback to your marketing goals. Your marketing goals already tie back to your business goals because they should tie in together. Because if you want more revenue, you want more connection on social media. You want to drive them to connect with you on your website. So if I want more leads, I'm gonna drive them to that lead generation form on my website because I want them to fill out the information with their email so that I can connect with them and have that conversation to get them in the door. So when a client leaves a review, analyze its content, relate it to your current marketing focus. So is it about a branding session? Is it about glamour portraits? Because I need to know which strategy to incorporate it in. Is it Joni had a great consultation? I can market my design consultations because then I can tell them, we sit down and we have that one-on-one and we go over the do's and the don'ts. And that's important because I think people want to know what they're going to get,
Absolutely.
not just the end, but and then that also you can do behind the scenes. And doing behind the scenes of getting ready for a good design consultation, you can throw in a testimonial. Joni was great during my one-on-one. She helped me realize what I needed to achieve the best branding session.
Perfect. I will definitely look into that.
Absolutely. If a review highlights exceptional customer service, schedule a post that emphasizes your commitment to customer satisfaction. It all it supports your overall messaging and it aligns with your marketing objectives.
Okay. So for most of the testimonials I've gotten so far,
Mhm.
the people talk about how they felt from their session. Someone, for example, talked about feeling proud when they looked at their images of an accomplishment they had accomplished. Okay, anyway, words.
Yes.
Or someone talks about how they felt like a queen.
Okay.
How would you integrate those?
You could do a multitude of things. If they're like one-liners, create a story, create a carousel post with one of their pictures that they really loved with her quote. And it's a carousel post. And that's what they keep seeing. And you can share it as a story and you can share, here's what our clients are saying, and just have it pop up during a post. And you can do multiple
I love
one-liners.
that. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
That way, you're not taking up space for a one-liner because you wanna feel but if you've got multiple one-liners, like, "I felt proud, I felt empowered, I felt boldened," just use it. Use it as like a collage instead of, um, instead of pictures, you can use a collage of words
I love that. Thank you.
because then you can also, um, use it as a story, and your headline is, "What are our clients saying?"
Well, there you go, folks.
And it's not coming from us. It's not us tooting our own horn. It's our clients saying something good. It's about them saying something good about you. Use it to let other people know. And it's if they see the story, that's the first thing they see when they pop up on Facebook and they don't have to worry about the algorithm picking up your post. They've seen it. They've seen what your clients are saying. You can, put it in quotes and absolutely put their name to it. If they don't, respect it and say anonymous, but, if it's anonymous, tread carefully, but
Oh, well, I wouldn't use an anonymous one just
yeah,
because I'm not going to put out a review as a photographer anyway.
yeah,
I'm not going to put a review out that I can't include an image with.
yeah, or a person's name with, because then it's like, "Really say that? Is she bolstering?" You don't wanna create doubt. You really want this to ultimately, you're using customer feedback to tie your business, your marketing goals, and getting people to wanna do business with you. This is what makes people's buying decisions effective. And like I said, we get into the statistics later. Um, Engage in conversations about how feedback can be effectively utilized. So um, if you're not sure how they felt, ask. Ask that question. Ask it, engage in conversations about their feedback. Please let me know how you felt. If you have that conversation with them and you can pull something out, ask them if, hey, from our recent conversation, can I use X? Because maybe they don't feel comfortable. Maybe they don't, but you've had that open dialogue.
So that's like, I was in a photography group and somebody, a different photographer, not me,
Mhm,
wanted to use images that somebody had not purchased.
mhm,
And the general consensus from the group was absolutely not.
mm-mm,
Because if they don't love an image enough to purchase it, you don't want it out there. There may be a reason they didn't purchase it. Assume there's a reason they didn't purchase it. You can't use something they don't buy. And I feel like if
mm,
somebody doesn't give you a name with a review,
mhm,
it's the same.
mhm.
It's the same kind of thing.
It's,
It's
I
icky.
didn't use my image. There was a reason I didn't use my image.
And it may be, and
My hair
I'm,
was sticking up. I had
you
a
know,
weird look on my face.
it may not even be something that big. It could be this person is self-conscious about their ear,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
and it showed their ear in a way they weren't happy with.
Mm-mm,
But you assume,
mhm,
and it may be this particular person, they showed the image in the group and it was a lovely image. It was
mhm,
very creative, very artistic. I could
mhm.
see why this photographer wanted to use it.
Yeah.
However,
You have
you've
to,
got to respect that
yeah,
other person's privacy. If they
yeah,
don't purchase an image, you don't show it.
yeah. It's
You also don't want to give away the images for free.
no, you
Because
don't.
if they did like it and didn't like it enough to purchase it, well, you've just given it to them.
Mhm. Yeah. There's a fine line between helping and giving too much because then you set the expectation of that and you don't want to. Here's another important part of leveraging the customer feedback, Joni. Plan for cross-channel marketing. And you want to share the testimonials not just on social media. You want to integrate it into your newsletters, your website content, your promotional materials. Say the next time you get ready to do your business cards because they're fold out, you can incorporate her picture with her testimonial.
I love that you said that because I just got new foldies. That's what we called our fold out business
Oh,
cards. And I did that this time.
oh,
You haven't seen them yet
uh,
because they just came in.
awesome.
But
I,
yes, I did do that.
having technical issues with my headphones. That's awesome because it maximizes the reach of positive feedback because they're going to see that. People love seeing business cards. Mine are downloadable, but you can do the QR code and see it all. But they love seeing it. And when they open the foldy and they see her words with that, they're going to think, oh man, she had a really good experience. I, and I bet not a lot of people do that.
I will say they make an impact.
They do make an impact. And it is important from a marketing standpoint to see what others are doing, especially with your competition. If they're not doing it, like Joni just did it, she filled an important gap. Not only did she integrate the testimonial into her business card, but she filled a gap that her competition is not delivering. So that's
What
going
competition?
right. That's going to stand you out amongst others, and they're going to notice that. My heart, I'm so proud. And then lastly, monitor and adjust. Review the effectiveness of your strategies. It doesn't matter if it's customer feedback. It doesn't matter if it's your marketing goals or your business goals. You want to social media posting. You want to monitor everything. Is it falling flat? Did they look at this more? Should I have a video where I'm talking about the customer feedback that I've received as a thank you, thanking them for their feedback? You're not just great, you're graciously accepting it. But I had a client X say, and I just wanted to personally thank her instead of just tagging her. And you can tag her in the caption, but you've given a video about it. So people are actually hearing the review, but you're thanking her at the same time. Two birds, one stone.
Also,
Yes.
you're reiterating and reinforcing good behavior.
Yes.
Not to say good behavior, but
Yeah.
you're reinforcing the behavior you want
Yes.
because it reminds your other clients,
Hmm.
oh yeah, I want, because let's face it, we don't always leave the reviews, even if we're thinking
Yeah.
amazing, wonderful things about the product or the
Mhm.
service, because we just don't think to.
Hmm. Exactly. And when I left you the review, it was not just a frilly, oh, Joni did a great job. It wasn't just flattery. I wanted others to know that I felt pampered, that I felt empowered, that I had the best session and that I felt confident. And that's what she helped bring out was the confidence. I wanted other people to know that. I didn't want it just to be a flattery. You did a great job. You go, girl. I wanted it to be more. I wanted it to resonate with her audience as well as with mine that, oh, I need a branding session. Amanda loved Joni's work. I'm going to check her out. Two birds, one stone again. We're really good at that. So you definitely want to capture the feedback in that moment. And I know people have a hard time doing it, and video testimonials are a big thing. And if your clients don't want to do video testimonials, it's okay. They don't have to, as long as
I always forget to ask for those video testimonials, and I just don't think to do it at the end.
yeah,
Because at the end of a photo shoot, I have given everything I have
yeah.
to my clients, and
Oh,
there is
absolutely.
just, I don't think to do it.
Yeah,
I need a checklist.
you do. That may be something that Amanda Rowe Marketing comes up with. Stay tuned. You'll know about it in the future when I come up with it. But yeah, you need to, because even if you don't do it that day, you can always ask for it again when you give them their images.
Then, but I would rather ask for it that day because they're already in hair and makeup.
Yeah, that's true because then they can do the video themselves. Yeah. Okay. Side note, I'll work on a checklist.
I will too.
So,
Hashtag checklist.
Ex-
I love a checklist.
oh, I do too.
My husband teases me that anytime I have to buy more than 3 things at the grocery store, I'm like, oh, I need a list.
Oh, I cannot go to the grocery store without a list. Oh,
I
it's
went to the
bad.
grocery store this morning without a list.
Oh,
I forgot 4 things.
oh,
I was only going for 3.
oh. I've gone for one and ended up with 5.
Well, I mean, I came
Yeah.
home with a few of the things I meant to get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. I-
there was not a list.
I'm still the person that has the planner because I mean,
Okay. You know this. Y'all may not know this. I love a planner so much that I published one.
oh, I've utilized it, y'all. I love it. Yes.
Yes, my planners are, they're stunning. They are stunning.
I
And
love a good planner because it helps you keep on track, not just in your business, but your personal. Because I got to have what for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and do this and go here. Oh my God. I
modern
need
life,
this.
it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know,
I
so
don't
much
want
to
to,
remember.
I don't want to over plan everything, but
Of course not.
I want to know that I've checked enough off my list that day.
Here's what I love. A little secret note. Put the first thing on your list to make the list, and then you get something to check off as soon as you're done making the list.
Or make your bed and it's like, oh, jumped out of bed. Yep. Oh, look at that. Mark something off my list.
Love that.
Yes. And speaking of lists, I have another great list for Joni. The Power of Referrals has a list. It does. It has a list. And when you're in the middle of asking for referrals, you don't always think about these things. You think about the top 2 or the 3 things because it's ingrained when you go to networking meetings, but you forget about a lot of the other ones. Timing. Ask at the right moment. Be direct but polite. My ideal client is. And when you tell them what your ideal client is, they're going to remember, they're going to think about it. They're probably going to know 2 to 3 people. The 2 to 3 people may know 2 to 3 people. So referrals are very important. Follow up graciously. Thank them. Just like we thanked them for the reviews or the testimonials, you want to thank them for the referral because then they'll keep them coming. If you're not gracious, oh, it closes up and you don't want to do that. And you want to highlight the success stories. Share the positive outcomes. Talk about how past referrals have helped others. So you can always include that into your marketing strategy. I helped X. X referred me to another person that he knew just by happenstance. They were talking about how my problem was solved by X, and now he's called her, and she's helped 5 other people that we knew. And it was just a big old circle, big old conversation, and it worked out. Create a referral program.
Oh, I love that.
Do you have a referral program?
I do not.
All right. Structured incentives always help.
Okay. Where can we find this list?
I actually, y'all will create a checklist from this. And Amanda Rowe Marketing will be, here's a shameless plug, will be having a blog series on customer feedback in December. And I will have a lot of checklists for download that tie back to the different blogs that we have. We're talking about referrals, the power of testimonials, power of 5-star reviews. So I will have a checklist because I don't expect you guys to remember all of this all at once. There's a lot. There's a lot to this. There's a lot to your marketing goals, your business goals, how to integrate this, plus your other social media strategy. We don't expect you to remember everything. Joni and I can listen to these episodes and still not remember what we talked
We
about.
discussed that on our way in here today
We
to
did.
record this podcast about how I just listened to a podcast and was actually still surprised at some of the things, even though I was there at the recording and listened to it for editing. And I
Yeah.
still was surprised when I heard it on my podcast player when it came up.
Mhm. Or I'll listen to it and I need the summary and I'm going, what did I just listen to? Listen to it over and go over. Yeah. 5 things, listen to it again. Yeah.
And here
It's
again, when I hear it, I
mm,
forget.
yeah.
When I read it or see it,
Yes.
I remember. When I do it, I understand. So when you
Absolutely.
get these checklists, use them.
Yes. And they're
Use them.
and we're not giving them to you because we don't expect you to know what to do. We do. It's just simple things you forget. Uh, Like when
Like
you
forgetting to ask for the testimonial at the
yeah.
end of the photo shoot.
Yeah. You wanna remember things. It's like basic marketing 101. Who's my ideal target? It's stuff that you don't wanna forget. Even though you've been doing this 5 or 6 years, you still wanna remember who your ideal target is to market to them. We're not saying you can't get the whole bullseye and you can't get the whole, um, dartboard, but you wanna get your niche. And if you get the outliers, that's okay. You can still help them. Or if you can't help them, you know somebody who does because you have a strong networking. But we will have checklists for you. And Joni's going to love this part. We're talking about the statistics now. So 5-star reviews play a critical role in decision making as a significant percentage of consumers rely on them before making a purchase, underscoring their influences on buying behavior. So bear with me as I read because these are coming from very various sources and I want to make sure I get them right. Um, Bright Local quotes influence of reviews. 93% of consumers say that online reviews influence their purchasing decisions.
Hmm.
Trust in reviews. 84% of people trust online reviews as much as personal recommendation, according to Bright Local.
That's shocking.
The impact of star ratings, a 1-star increase in a Yelp rating can lead to a 5 to 9% increase in revenue, according to the Harvard Business School. That's impressive. The review quantity matters. 50% of consumers require at least a 4-star rating before they consider purchasing from a business, from Bright Local. Think about that. When you're picking out a restaurant, when you're picking out where to stay,
Are you going to the 2-star reviewed restaurant? I don't think so.
the 3.9, you're looking at the 4-star and above. You make your decisions based on those 5-star reviews.
Speaking of 5-star reviews, I'm just going to be a shameless plug here. Please give us one if you like this podcast.
Yes, we would love to hear from you. Please like and share as well. The frequency of reviews. Businesses with more than 50 reviews earn an average of 4.5 stars, according to review trackers.
Hmm.
Mobile consumer behavior, 70% of consumers are more likely to choose a business with positive reviews on their mobile devices. That's according to Google. But think about it, we're always on our mobile devices.
Literally, mine is right here.
Yeah,
I mean,
mine is,
it's like just
yeah.
in the chair.
Mine's like right here too. I mean, I
We're never far from them.
no email, text, Amazon's on there. I mean, it's at your fingertips, and it's not just to check your social. It's not just to check your email, but it's
It's
your
also to get you there with the most direct route around
yes,
traffic.
yes, and
And while you're there, who's not going to check the review of where you're going?
mhm. And it's also a good way to see what restaurants are around because I mean, food always happens.
There you go.
I wake up thinking about food. It's shameless.
Oh,
I know. I mean,
hey, it happens. You have
uh,
to feed the body.
yeah, mind, body, and soul.
There you go.
Response to reviews. According to review trackers, 63% of consumers expect businesses to respond to their reviews within 3 days.
Interesting.
That is good to know. You need a checklist. I'll provide one. Negative reviews. Negative reviews can deter 67% of consumers from purchasing a product or a service, according to Marketing Land.
Wow.
I knew negative reviews were costly. I didn't realize it was that much. So make sure, you guys, that you're doing everything you can to provide the good customer service. Remember why you went into business. Remember why you're helping your clients. It's not just to get the pat on your back in the review, it's to help solve their problem. Joni solves their problem with the glamour portraits, making them feel beautiful, the branding images, because they need new logos, they need new website pictures, because the picture that they took with their phone was okay, but it didn't convey the professionalism. For me, the marketing consulting and the marketing management helps take something off of your plate. That's what we're solving. You remember the customer is first. You've got to have good customer service. It's the foundation of everything. And one more social media influence. According to Global Web Index, 55% of consumers use social media to research products and services before making a purchase. That is why it's so important to optimize your social media with your headlines, your bio, your content, your hashtags. It all relates back to you as a company, you as a brand. Your social media is going to talk more for you than you will, because when you're at a meeting, when you're at a networking meeting, when you're doing day to day, your clients are looking at your social media to see if you can help them. Do not disregard social media, because social media marketing does not stop. All right. We're going to craft compelling testimonials. I'm not trying to blow through this, but we have a lot to talk about. Make the emotional connection. They evoke emotion that tend to resonate more with potential customers. Specific details, it adds credibility instead of vague statements. So, where Google reviews can be, it was a great time, it was this, Google reviews are short, sweet, testimonials are personal. I loved working with Joni. She did a fantastic job. I felt empowered. They're going to write more personal because testimonials feel personal to them. Personal story. They're going to share a personal journey. How you got them from X to X, Y, and Z. They're going to share that. It's going to showcase the value you provided. They're thinking more along that way with testimonials. Google reviews, it feels like I liked working with them. I've seen it over time with Google reviews. I like working with them. We had great service. They'll expand some, but I feel like with testimonials, they do add a little bit more of that personal touch.
Good to know.
And you can always Testimonials are a great way of adding more content to your website because you have more space to work with. I think Google reviews, you don't have that much space. Testimonials, they can have like a paragraph and it's okay because you can showcase a little bit of it on your social media and direct them to that page.
There you go.
And authenticity. Clients are savvy and can spot a fabricated or overly polished testimonial from a mile away.
So what you're saying is what I do to write reviews, I'm going to let a cat out of the bag.
Uh-oh. I
I
love
write what I
that.
want to say
Mhm.
into ChatGPT and tell it to fix it.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
saying
Yeah.
I shouldn't do that because that makes it too polished and people may not believe it.
I polish all the time.
Okay, good to know. So, quick tip. Write what you want to say,
Yes.
put it into ChatGPT, let them fix it. But make sure it's still you.
Oh, yeah. And you can tell ChatGPT, use my tone of voice.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So when you've written something and you're giving them your unpolished version, please take my voice into the polished one because you want it. This is going to live on your website. What what voice do you want to
For
use?
example, I gave my chiropractor a raving review because she's helping me so much.
Mm.
However, I took what I wanted to say, told ChatGPT to fix it.
Mm-hmm. It does. It just cleans it up
It
and
just cleans it
polishes.
up,
Yeah.
makes it a little more polished.
Yes,
Puts
it
some
does.
shine on it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's like running it through Photoshop.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You need to, yeah. So I want to talk about something that's important. Google review versus the testimonial. The Google review is going to build online reputation and trust, which you need as a business. The testimonial is going to highlight the specific successes and the client satisfaction. It's going to showcase curated stories and illustrate the benefits of your service.
Okay. That's good to know.
The Google reviews encourage satisfies customers to leave reviews after interactions. Testimonials solicit detailed testimonials from clients who've had exceptional experiences. You can use structured format that highlights specific outcomes, emotional connections, and the value provided. Your Google reviews, you want to regularly monitor and respond to these reviews to demonstrate engagement and commitment to customer satisfaction. And Google reviews visual, you can use the snippets of reviews like the 5-star ratings in your online advertising. The testimonials, you kind of you don't want to mess with their words too much, but you can always use their picture. Whereas Google reviews, it's just the sentences. So you can be a little bit more forthcoming. Like we talked about earlier, you can use it in a story or a reel. SEO, optimize testimonials for SEO by incorporating relevant keywords and phrases in the text. We're not saying rewrite your testimonials
Oh, I would never.
because I wouldn't. Here's what you can do.
Because I thought you had to use them verbatim.
You do. So you're using the testimonial as verbatim. However, if it's on your social media or if it's on your website, you need a headline.
And that's what I did with I pull out
Yep.
a pertinent part to get somebody's attention.
Yes.
And then put the full review.
Yes. So here's what you do. You don't want to mess with the testimonial because it's their words. But what you're doing is you're using their words and finding the key words and optimizing a headline. So you can be found through SEO that way. On Google reviews, you want to leverage the impact of positive reviews to improve your local SEO. So if it's on Google, it's helping you be found because it's giving you that authenticity. And then engagement and community building. They're both great for connecting with your audience. Your audience is being told how great you are without it coming from you. So it's coming from a trusted.
Great. Let's
We
just put
are.
it
I
out
mean,
there.
we're great.
We're great. Amanda's great.
yeah,
I'm great.
We're
all
awesome.
great.
But it's coming from a separate source that is not us.
Absolutely.
So I think that's the most important. And then again, I go back to tracking and analyzing. You want to make sure And the other thing too is if you get a negative review on Google, do not erase it, do not delete it, he- encounter it heads on. Respond.
I
The
know
best thing
another
you can
photographer
do.
that I know got a negative review from somebody who said they did not that the photographer did not respond to an inquiry. The photographer did. I mean, it was just the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
But she's like, but she used the comment the response to say, I attempted to reach out to you.
Hmm.
3 times I attempted to reach out to you.
Hmm.
You didn't answer your phone.
Yeah. And then it lets them know that they tried and they're taking ownership of what happened. They're accepting responsibility. Like they're not washing it they're not sweeping it under the rug. They're not deleting it. They're answering it head on. That's the best thing you can do. Respond and then walk away. Don't stoke fires. The worst thing you
No
can
need
do
to
is to keep,
argue.
yeah,
No.
just state your case, respond, and then move on because what you don't want is to get it caught up in line on the airing dirty laundry and going back and forth when it's not going to net you anything. We talked about a lot, Joni.
We really did. This is going to be one of our longest episodes to date.
And just to let you know, Amanda Rowe Marketing does consulting. So if you guys would like help with anything consulting wise with marketing, SEO, business marketing, please don't hesitate to let us know. It was a pleasure to consult and coach you on the customer feedback because I know there's a lot to it. Like you
There is a
said,
lot to it.
there's a lot more than just reviews and testimonials and 5 stars and referrals. And
It's a big basket.
it is a very big basket. And like I said earlier, she's going to go home with this presentation because we're going to forget. And I'm going to create some checklists for you guys to download off of my website so you guys have them because there is a lot of information to know. And when you're interacting with clients, you don't want to be guessing at have I done everything? You need a checklist to go by.
And where are they going to find that checklist?
AmandaRoweMarketing.com.
And that's Row with an E.
Yes. Yes. All right, Joni. Well, it's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So don't forget, guys, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, through Joni's Mid-Hill Photography, through Amanda Rowe Marketing. We do have blogs, newsletters. Please like, share, and listen for more.
Bye.
Bye.